Okay guys, so in this video I'm going to create a 303 ARP style sound, and I'm going to use the LFO on top of the level of oscillator A to make this ARP sequence. So we haven't actually got a sequencer in Serum, so we can create our own simply by going down to basic here, go to flat 50, and we'll start drawing in our sequence. So I use the shift key here and the alt key, and that'll snap to different points on the grid. Drag that down like so. I'll drag that one down. Just keep dragging those down, and I'm creating my sequence there. So now I've created my sequence, I'm going to drop the rate down to half, and I'm going to click on trigger because I want it starting from the start every time, not at the middle of the sequence. I'm going to take that LFO and drop it onto the level of oscillator A. So as you can hear there, I've got my basic sequence. So what we can do is also drag out the middle nodes on these to make the notes actually longer. So we can actually extend the nodes out and make one long note in the middle there. And we can alternatively take these nodes and bring them in to make a shorter note in our sequence. Okay, so I've got my sequence, and I'm going to now activate my filter. I bring the resonance up, bring the drive up. So I'm now going to take the LFO and I'm going to put that onto the cutoff. And I'm going to take the octave down too. I've got my cutoff up to about 11 o'clock there, resonance up to about 1 o'clock, and I'm starting to get my 303 ARP sequence. You could also turn on the key tracking if you wanted to get more resonance on that. We're going to leave it off for now. So what I could do is also add a distortion to that. Blow that 303 out a little bit. And what I could do is turn on the portamento slide, have that up to 11 o'clock. So when it re-triggers from the start, it slides into it. So we've got our sequence there, and another thing we can do is add a melody. Press shift, take these notes there, and I'm going to do an octave up by pressing shift and an octave down. So octave up there, octave down, octave up, and I'm going to put that LFO onto the semitones, and I'll drag that all the way up so it's going up and down. So I can mess around with the pitch and just come up with a pattern I like. So I've got some pitch variation on my melody there, so I'm quite happy with that. And I could even go one step further with this now, and I could add on oscillator B, and we really start getting experimental with our sound design. So we could drag our LFO onto the level of oscillator B, drag that all the way up, drag the octave down.